Hello, everyone, and welcome back, all the soccer fans, all the football fans around the world. Another episode, new episode from Arsenal Fan TV America, here from the United States Pacific Northwest. Listen, transfer windows, very interesting. Very interesting. Today's episode will be talking about lots and lots of news. Again, as you all know, yesterday's episode, we talked about Manchester United Arsenal game that we ended up winning in regular time, 90 minutes, and then losing penalty kicks. We talked about that yesterday. Today we're going to talk about transfers and what's happening with the Arsenal players. So first we're going to start by talking, of course, about our new signing, our new defender, Riccardo Calafiori from Italy. As you all know, the news was announced earlier today. 50 million euros, that's what he signed for. Good player. You're going to enjoy him. And now, of course, adds to that amazing backline. He's already here in the States with the team. So hopefully we can see him play a little bit in front of Liverpool. He looks ready. I like that. First time, first day, you're at the club. You go meet the manager, meet the players, and hit to the training ground right away. That's what I'm talking about. That's professionalism. So hopefully, again, we get to see him in front of Liverpool. You know, talking about a defensive line now that has who? Jakub Kiwior, Zinchenko, Calafiori, all left footers. You have Ben White, Jurrien Timber that, can play right back or in the middle, both of them. And also can play left back, Jurrien Timber. His left foot is not bad. Gabriel Magalhaes. And you have William Saliba. Defensive players that are all Class A, all of them. So hopefully next year we're talking business Premier League because that is a solid defensive line. And if you have a solid goalkeeper and a solid defensive line, now we're talking you go compete. So we're going to move from defense, which I think now we have a lot. And we have KT still also one of our defenders. So that's almost, a complete team here of defenders only. And Calafiori came to Arsenal on a 5-year contract. That's the newcomer. Of course, we all know we've been talking about the departure of one of our academy players. Unfortunately, today, Fulham finalized the £34 million deal, which is actually going to be 27 million and another 7 million in add-on for Emil Smith-Rowe. It's sad to see him leave. However, we want the young man to get football and play his football. He's a star. He's a good footballer. So best of luck to Emil Smith-Rowe. And of course, he was our number 10. And it's not that easy for you to forget any number 10 that played for Arsenal Football Club. So Emil Smith-Rowe, we'll see you when we play Fulham. And thank you very much for everything that you've done for the club. And again, sad to see you go, but hey, it is what it is. We're going to move forward now to our midfield. Like we talked about last episode about Fabian Ruiz might be joining Arsenal. But of course, it's not easy for a player like that just to leave Paris Saint-Germain. It's a big club. It might happen, but I would think that it would happen as a loan with a possibility to buy or an option to buy or a must to buy or an obligation to buy, like they say. So hopefully we can get Fabian Ruiz because now we're moving to Real Sociedad trying to get Mikel Merino. He's going to cost a lot of money in the neighborhood of 50 plus million pounds. I would rather someone like Fabian Ruiz join us. Again, the Real Sociedad, the Spanish midfielder that won the 2024 Euros or with the Spanish team, of course, he's highly rated and everything, but Fabian Ruiz, he's on another level, I think. And if you're going to get rid of Thomas Partey, which is what we're hearing, then you need someone, the caliber of Fabian Ruiz. That's who we want. But like I said, if Fabian Ruiz doesn't come our way, here's a replacement. That's what Mikel Arteta is probably thinking. Another player Mikel Arteta is looking at is Rafinha. Rafinha is leaving Barcelona, we all know. But he has competition from who? From the Saudis. Because the Saudis are flashing the money for Rafinha. Of course, he's a very skillful left footer to go there. Mikel Arteta wanted Rafinha before he went to Barcelona. So now he's trying to get him again. That could be lethal for us. A great player. Played in the Premier League before, so he knows the gig and he knows what to do. So hopefully, another rumor about another winger is Chiesa. And Federico Chiesa, the Italian player, of course, that plays for Juventus currently, and we saw him at the Euros also, might be coming Arsenal's way. We don't know. With him also, we have competition from Chelsea. Chelsea want to sign. They're talking to him. Of course, Chelsea wants to sign everyone, but they got bigger problems. We all know, and we saw the stateside game. They took on Celtic and lost 4-0. Chelsea don't lose 4-0 to no Celtic or nobody, So they're going through a phase. However, that's our competition. They're flashing the money left and right, and they're getting every player. So we'll see Chiesa choice. Maybe he stays at Juventus. Maybe he stays in Italy with someone else. AC Milan also was one of the clubs that wanted to talk to him. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And one of the players that are leaving Arsenal, now we said we had to talk about both incoming and outgoing, is Ramsdale. And Ramsdale's still looking for a club. But reports are saying that two clubs, Nottingham Forest and Southampton, they both approached Arsenal and they both offered the same amount of £25 million. I think that's maybe how clubs are evaluating Ramsdale. But of course, as we all know, again, Arsenal are putting that £35 million tag on Ramsdale. So we will see where he ends up. It's going to be very interesting. And again, that's one of the players that I really don't want to see go. Well, let's leave players for a little bit here and let's go to staff members. Mikel Arteta, as you know, used to work for Man City, so he's already recruited a lot of people from City that now work for Arsenal. And another one now he's about to add is a very experienced analytic person. He's Man City's elite staff analyst, Darren Rogerson, that's his name. And he used to work for Sheffield United, Derby County, and Rangers. So he worked for a couple of clubs. He's very experienced. And that's one new staff member that Mikel Arteta got again from Manchester City. So we'll see. We're trying to take everyone from City and we're trying to buy all the players that are available. And we're trying to do what? Win the Premier League. So hopefully that's what happened after all these acquisitions. And from there, we're going to go to our front line, because I think that's the most exciting news with Viktor Gyökeres. And Viktor is the hottest property as of now in Europe when we talk about, prolific goal scorer, assists, complete player. He's up there with the best now. So before Man City or before anyone, takes him away from his current club, of course, Sporting Lisbon in Portugal, Arsenal are trying to flash the cash, £60 million they approached Sporting Lisbon with, and Arsenal are trying to be the first to have him sign for us. He scored 43 goals, had 15 assists in 50 games last year in Portugal. With that, of course, with acquiring him, hopefully, Eddie Nketiah has to go. So Marseille, like I said, De Zerbi and company, French League, Marseille wants to sign Eddie Nketiah, but they're still also talking about wages and whatnot. And the Arsenal price tag that, again, £35 million. I think this is how they're starting negotiation for all players they want to sell these days. So we'll see if Nketiah will head Marseille's way, and we'll have a new striker, Viktor Gyökeres. We'll see what happens. Hopefully he comes our way again before one of the big clubs has his signature. And don't forget, subscribe, like, and share. Welcome Riccardo Calafiori, number 33, to Arsenal Football Club. I think you're going to have fun, and I think we are going to have fun watching you. Thank you very much for watching. That was all the updates so far. August 31st is your deadline for the transfer windows. So we're going to bring you as many episodes as we can, covering as much as we can from all these rumors about transfers and about players going from one club to another. Thank you again for watching, and hope you have a great week.